Hey guys, Dolly here. Welcome back to Gypsy Rose Papery. Today I'm back to my regular filming station because I'm home during the day. Yay! So I actually am able to film with true light as opposed to my ring light, but I'm stopping by because this is a commission journal by Miss Bridget, who asked me if I could make her an Alice in Wonderland journal similar to the ones I've made before. And I've had requests for these journals before, but in all honesty, I thought that I didn't have any more of this fabric because I had a very limited amount and it's out of print. And so earlier in the year, and I'll put a picture up here on the screen, I started watching Marie Kondo on Netflix and I organized my fabric, and so I was required to go through all my fabric and sort through it, and lo and behold, I had a piece of this fabric left. I probably have enough for another one, and so I think I'll save that tiny little piece for myself so I can make my own Alice journal because I love this journal so much. It's like my baby. That's the only way I can explain it. Like every time I make one of these journals, I'm so sad to see it go, but also so happy that, you know, it's going to somebody that's gonna love it as much as I do. So fabric is the same. I did gold distressing on the edges to bring out the gold in the fabric. And the spine looks like that. And hopefully I'm in frame. I am not. There you go. So that is the spine and that is the back. When Bridget asked me, I did tell her that it would be similar but not exactly the same because there are things that I no longer have that I used in those journals, and so I made her own very special version. The cover is similar. I have the doorknob. What I did for this is to also play on that gold kind of effect is I distressed it with gold, and you can kind of see that. And this time the key fits. It fits like completely perfectly in there. So you have a key that will open the door, Bridget. I put everything, absolutely everything I could in here that I still had from the other ones, but other things obviously are brand new. So here is a pocket in the front. Papers and digis I used in here will be down in the description box to save time because this book will take a very long time to go through. And so, digi page, this is vintage stationery paper, and it's got a monarch on there. Lots of sewing detail. So lots of sewing all over. And we have all the charms like the other one. I did some fabric tabs on here and some lace. This is vellum pocket page, and here we have a tag, one of those double tags, and I have a little heart, and it's so cute because she like peeks through the vellum. Thank you, April, for telling me about this beautiful paper. Who knew that Cricut or Cricut, or I don't know how you say it, who knew they made their own paper, their own like special scrapbook paper. And so here is a heart digi right on the back, and then this gorgeous paper is by Cricut, whatever you want to call it. And I just sewed a little pocket on there. This is a bag given to me by Liesel at Did Somebody Say Paper. So thank you, Liesel. I have a bookmark here with the King of Hearts and just a little journaling card there. I did some stamping, and I used this fabric measuring tape to, or rather it's not really measuring tape, it's like ribbon that looks like measuring tape, to make little fabric tabs. Here we have a heart tuck spot and gorgeous journaling card and a little tag. This is vintage linen paper and like a really beautiful flamingo color. A full page doily. I have an altered envelope here with one of my shabby roses that I put on this ginormous paper clip. Because, get it? It's Alice, and when she's small, things are bigger to her, a lot bigger. Here I did an altered envelope, really cute and pink, and So the color, I just kind of went with the color scheme that presented itself to me when I made this book. And so a lot of pinks and light blues. So here we have a journaling card, and we've got a lot of little hearts in here, and another heart card. And so that goes pinched on this vellum, and I did some embroidery detail on the vellum. Well, not embroidery, but you know, machine stitching, fancy machine stitches that you get on your machines. Man, I am just struggling to speak like a human being today. Okay, so this is a digi that I folded, and then I stenciled the back, and I attached or sewed a book page onto here. And I used faux binding with fabric, and you can't see it very well on this side, but on the other side you can. It's got little bunnies on it. It's like the cutest fabric ever. And then we have a teapot stamp. I used some vintage greeting cards in here. It flips out and you can write on it. And then I did a little tuck spot in the back there. And on the back of this plain white paper, I was playing around with stamps, and so I did like a little collage. I did some machine stitching there. The book pages, because of how big, it's like from a huge book. I showed it on my Instagram stories, I think Monday or Tuesday, but the book is so huge that when I cut down the pages, it takes off like the actual page number, but they're so pretty and they have like this detailing. So I was like, I wonder what I could do with that. So I just added it as extra flaps. Maybe you can write little notes on the side there. But this is the middle of the first signature. There's a total of 6. And we have our first charm, which is a clock. Just some stamping. Another really pretty journaling card. And the other side of that digital. Same thing, I sewed on a book page. I distressed the back with some stenciling. It folds in. And then here on this side, you can see the little bunnies. How cute are they? They are just adorable. Some vellum. And this is vellum that I got from Miss Shayna. Thank you, Shayna. And the other side of that doily. So beautiful. I love it. I think I got this at a supermarket, if I'm not mistaken. The other side of that linen, flamingo colored paper, and just a plain page. And this is a rarity in this book because I think all the pages I did something to. So this one escaped me. You live to see another day, copy page. A postcard and a tag. And here we just have some punch edge border type thing, and this is the Floral Vine Punch by Martha Stewart, which is one of my faves. And then here I have a little teacup and a tag, and this teacup was actually, I had a, what do you call those, kind of like one of those banner type, like for a party. And so it's like teapot, teacup, teapot. And so you'll see some of these in there. The teapots I really wanted to fit in here, but they were just too ginormous. Like if you can imagine, the teapot is bigger than the page. So some of that vintage stationery paper, a digital second signature. So we start off with a pocket page. And inside we have a heart. Oh, there's a lot of ephemera in here. What you could do, Bridget, is just kind of take it out and decide what you want to keep in here. And then you could definitely use the rest for some other things. So that goes in there. And just know that this is probably going to be a long video. So you've been forewarned. This music paper is vintage. It's got hand lettering on there, and we have some swirly bits, some sewing, digital paper, pink paper, a little cutout, vintage ledger paper. And these little bags are from, these little purple bags are from The Papered Soul on Etsy. I'll link her. Just some tags and a journaling card. This is a digital, oh, got stuck there. Really cute lace. And here we have the Queen of Hearts and a half page or 3/4 page with some of that floral vine punch. And on the other side we have this gorgeous ribbon. Some more of that vellum. This is vintage typing paper. You can kind of see the watermark. I don't know if you guys can see that from where you are. And here is a book page. And I put a lot of rabbits in here because I know that she loves rabbits and she raises rabbits. So the little tiny rabbit punch out there in the corner. More little baby rabbits. And this is a tuck. And we have a postcard. We have a white rabbit. I love these journaling cards so much. And a library card. So we go here. On the other side of this vintage paper is a white rabbit stamp, vellum. And then the other side of that Queen of Hearts paper, I just made a little tuck. And we have Alice. And we have a beautiful tag. And on the other side, another rabbit journaling card. And we have another charm, another rabbit. I have a little plaque here. You can kind of put that wherever you'd like, and a little baby tag. And I think that was it in there, yeah. Some vintage ledger paper. Pink paper with that rose punch out. So cute. This gorgeous digital. Oh, we got loose. We got quite a few bits of ephemera in here. So this is a little teapot charm. And then I have a tag. And we have another teacup. And this one has, it's really cute because they have quotes. So this one says, "Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting." So this is the white rabbit, always worrying about, I feel like I'm the white rabbit because I'm always worrying about time. Huh. That was a very interesting observation I just made there. I need to stop being the white rabbit. And the little baby card. How cute is that little baby card there? So this is vintage music paper. Actually, it goes like this. And then here, I love when old music paper has like markings and notes and like somebody actually used this. So that is all over this page. And this is music paper that April gave me. And I have another gorgeous journaling card and another huge journaling card. And also I forgot to say that the coffee paper is from Miss Terry, so thank you, Terry. And so here I did some hand lettering and a bat stamp because that's one of my favorite stamps. And so in this one, so Bridget had mentioned how I had a little Cheshire cat puffy paper clip charm. And that was completely by accident on the previous or the last journal before this one, because the way I cut the fabric, I just ended up having a Cheshire cat, but I didn't end up having that this time. And so I didn't want you to think I forgot, Bridget. So instead I put this little, I think this is cuter, to be honest. So his little tail sticks out like that. It's like a little bookmark. And I laminated him and I made his smile glittery. I don't know if you can see that. But he's a little Cheshire cat. How cute is he? And it's like super sturdy. It's with that 5mm laminate that I've been using absolutely everything on because it's so freaking sturdy. It's what I use to make my writing boards. So he's adorbs, and even better, you can hook him. You can hook him on your page, and then he actually does stick out. His little smile and eyes stick out if you wanted him to. So that is my consolation because I didn't have a little Cheshire scrap that I could use for a paper clip. So I will just leave them right there like this. Actually, I'm just gonna hook them on there like this. So this is a pocket page, and we have a library card and a journaling card in there. It's nice and big and wide. You can put a lot of stuff in there. And so I was thinking of that because I wanted you to have writing space, obviously, but I also wanted you to have a lot of room to put your pictures. So we have a little rabbit and another bag, a little heart, and another, we call these Hermelinda tags, little double tag that opens up. Thought it was super cute. I'll link Hermelinda down below in case you guys don't know who I am referring to. This is a doily, flip out. Love this doily so much. And this paper is so cute. I love it. I think this, the flower one is probably my favorite. And some more vintage paper. We have a digital, and that's the middle of the signature. We are now on the third signature. The caterpillar, and then I used the full page of that leftover fabric to make a fabric curtain on the page. And here we have another charm, and this one says drink me. It's gorgeous Dreamz Etc paper. More of that vintage music paper. I made a little butterfly cutout, and we have some markings on this paper as well. Another heart, giant heart tag that goes in there. This paper, I can't describe what this paper feels like. When you get it, you'll see it's like, oh, I love how it feels. Here is Mr. Caterpillar puffing away at Alice, and then I just hand lettered A-E-I-O-U because when he, in the Disney movie, there's like that scene where he's like, A-E-I-O-U. I can't sing, but you know what I mean. Flip, I just used some extra of that doily because it was super wide. Obviously it's a placemat, to put on this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous vintage leisure paper. And I showed this in my Instagram too, and you probably can't see it from where you are, but there is a watermark on this paper that says Manhattan Ledger. And here we have some Cheshire cat paper, some vellum, and then I did little flowers to kind of arch over the other page, which has the white rabbit. Here we have the King of Hearts and the cute little flower. She's so adorbs. I love this paper so much. So beautiful. This is Stamperia paper, and it is now impossible to find, so I'm glad that I got it when I did. But it is, I saved a piece or two for myself for my own journal that I'm currently working on. Here is a vintage flamingo card, obviously because it's Alice, and I left a big old pocket in there if you want to stick something in there. And we have some teapots. And then here I have a teardrop, a big old teardrop clip, and this gorgeous big giant postcard. And I just, if you notice, I've been punching the edges on my postcards and ephemera because I think it just adds a little extra pizzazz. Some more of those digis, and these digis are Amy Joy. And I know I said I link everything below, but I can't help myself. Stamp, heart tag, and journaling card. And here we have another card, cute little label. How cute would that look like somewhere? And a little tiny Alice tag. And these bags are super funny because it says, I cut it off here. Let me see if I can find it on the other. It says whisker something. And I just, when I heard the word whisker, it just reminds me of the Cheshire cat. So Here we have a heart, big giant heart journaling card, and I think that's it. Yeah, that is it. I thought I put double ephemera in these big pockets, but I guess I didn't because the hearts are kind of puffy. Some vine sewing, a little tiny rabbit punch out, and here we have the second Shabby Rose paper clip, and this gorgeous paper by Stamperia. So there's tons of ephemera in here. Here we have a flip with another book page, and no bits of ephemera. Some more vintage paper, and I added that doily trim just to make it look a little bit more feminine there. And some craft paper, a library card, another big pocket page, and here we have, I think that's it, yeah. Cards and tags. Some of that vintage ledger paper, lovely, gorgeous paper, vellum, digital. Other side of that pocket page, and we have a journaling card, an Alice journaling card, and I guess you can call this a journaling card, but it's probably like a little bookmark, which I thought was super cute. Trim there, and more music paper. Here I put a little white rabbit, and he's laminated too. You could use him as a bookmark. His ears would just kind of stick out there. And we have 2 journaling cards and a little tag. Mr. White Rabbit, I'll just leave you right there. Here I just stamped a little perpetual calendar postcard, another pocket page with a heart journaling card, and then inside we have an Alice Curiouser and Curiouser tag. Some pink paper, some vellum with some sewing detail, digitals. Here I took the Tweedledee and Tweedledum heart and made 2 tuck spots. So here we have this. And then on this side we have these 2. And here we have a tag. And then we have Miss Alice reading by the tree. I think this is when she falls asleep and then, you know, dreams about Wonderland. This is another vintage card and has a tuck spot in the back. And here we have a tea card, a teacup with the Mad Hatter, and that cute flower paper. And this charm is a little mushroom, and I think I stopped showing you the charms because I'm distracted. Here we have an Alice, and this one is a Cheshire cat, and I think the other one I showed you, yeah, the other one was the Drink Me. This is the middle of the signature, and this flips. And here we have another fabric page with the bunnies. It says Whisker Graphics. That's what it says. I thought that was really cute. Because, get it, Whiskers, Cheshire Cat. I was like, I have to use these bags in here. And I want to thank Miss Laura for sending those to me, so thank you. And we have some vellum with the sewing, rose paper, pink paper. Here we have another large pocket. And we have a few journaling cards in here. So we have this one, and this one, and this one. And the final page is a little bunny, so cute. And then the back also has a pocket. Oops, little scrap piece. You are magical. I love this card so much. I like almost kept it for my journal, but I was like, that is just bad juju. You don't keep a journaling card that you specifically cut for another journal. That's just bad. So he goes home with you, Bridget. So that is the end. Oh my goodness, that is one chunky monkey. And the ribbon I didn't show you has keys on them, and it's like that grass green ribbon. But yeah, that is it for my Alice journal, which I made for Bridget. Bridget, I hope you really like it. I had a lot of fun making it, and I am sad to see it go, but I'm so happy it's going to you because I know that you will love it as much as I do. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.